Welcome back to the section where we are going to perform machine learning actually in the Google Earth Engine. But before that, I would like to remind you something that I forgot in the last lesson. Here, after you have just put the visualization parameters in the settings icons here, you need to import these styles. So here, after you have clicked on stretch to 100, and then applied that change, what you need to do is just click on import this one. So that one, you will have already imported your styles. So I just wanted us to have this one, but we shall actually not use it here, but you can just keep it or remove it. But we need, when you click on import, you can see it actually imported here under the imports. So this is what we are going to use. So you can just click on that, then copy that one, and then we just move it here. So instead of using these params true color, we can remove that and then paste it. So this one does not go into the object, the curly parenthesis here. So if I just put this, so we do not put the color inside the brackets like this. Let's say maybe you want to paste it there, so we don't do that. You can see if we do that, we already get a warning here that expected this, instead saw that one. So you just need to remove them. So just delete that. This is already an object, so we do not put an object inside an object. This is already an object. Okay, so remove that, save, and now if you're just going to run, you don't need now to go to the settings icon under the Landsat 8 layer and then change your parameters. See, so it just runs because we already imported those styles that we put in the styles. Okay, now the next thing here in this lesson, we are going now to create the training data, the data that we shall use, some of like the points that we shall use to classify our image. So let me just plug in my mouse here because I'm using something else. So for that case, here you need to create the points, the data points. So for that one, you need to go to, you see these tools that are here. These are called control tools in Google Earth Engine. So the first one is a pan, which says that maybe you need to stop drawing. If let's say you are drawing something, see the hand, this is called panning. In every GIS software has that. So you need to move around, you need to click around using this freehand. Then the next one is add marker. You can add a marker somewhere here on the map and you get the latitude, longitude. You can draw a shape, a free polygon. You can draw that one by freehand, or you can use a regular shape. So this is irregular and this is regular shape. For example, this is a rectangle or a square. You can just draw it somewhere. So here we need to use the markers. So if I click on this one, you see it says that these are geometry tool, geometry imports. And so under geometry here, you need to click on this settings icon. Now this is where we are going to create the name. So the name of this is going to be built up. So we are going to begin with built up. So I will say built. What am I going to use? Is it built up with capital U? Built up. Then we are going to import this as a feature collection. So don't use the default that is here as geometry, but we are going to use a feature collection. Then property, under property, you need to just say class, okay, class, and then you put a value as 1. Remember, these are classes. So we put class and then 1. Click on OK. So if you do that, you can see we have our built up as the geometry import, and it has this color. But then you can also change the color. If I just go to settings, you can give it a color that you want. For example, that color, and then just click on OK. You can change the color. So this is how you can, how we are going to do the data points. But before that, we need to actually have something like, we need to create these classes. You can see I just typed in class and put some value, but we don't have those, like that value called class or a label called class. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to create a comment here. Let me just remove this, move to a new line. And then here I'll need to say that we need to overlay. We need to overlay the points. we need to overlay the points. And this is just a comment to keep track of what we are doing. Overlay the points on the image to get training. Training. Okay. Then I'll say variable training. Variable training. Actually, this is not, we are not supposed to do that first. We need to declare we need to create the training first before we actually overlay them to the map. Okay. So here I'll just create a comment and say create training data and import to GEE. Okay. So I'll need to say var label. So this is the label that I was talking about, and this is going to be class. Remember, class has uppercase C. Yeah, class has uppercase C. Remember that one. So you put a semicolon. The next thing we need are the bands. So we need var bands, and this is going to be a list of bands. So a list of bands, we have band 1. Of band 1, we have band 2. So band 2, we have band 3, we have band 4, we have band 5. We are going to take band 7 and not band 1 or band 6, which is because band 6 is a shortwave infrared 1, band 7 is 2. Okay. And band 5 is the near infrared. So we are going to take band 7 instead. So band 7, and up to that point, I think we don't need the rest. So those are the points those are the bands that we only need to use. Then we need to say var input. So we also need the input, and the input is going to be the image underscore data. So this is our image. You remember the image is image data, like that. So image data dots. We need to get the bands. So we need to select the bands. Select bands. We have bands here. This is what we are using. Otherwise, you can still use you can write these bands inside here, but I just wanted to separate things because if we mess anything, we only need to change to one place. That's the importance of using variables in programming. So here we only need to call this variable inside the select bands. Otherwise, you can copy these bands from here to here as a list and then paste it inside here, and it will still work fine. Okay, so the next thing is now to get the to import now. So because we already have these training data, so we need now to import them to the geometry imports as I was doing here. Okay, so I've already done for built up. You can see feature collection, and it has 0 elements. So the next thing is now to use to move to the next one. So from built up, we need to move to Bearland. So here you can see we have a new layer. So we don't need to click on this because we have already activated it. So just click on new layer and click on settings. And here we need to remove geometry and then have Bearland. So you can type in Bearland like that. This is going to be a feature collection, and the property is going to be class 2. So we put class as the property and the value will be 2. Then click on OK. You can also change the color. For example, let's say maybe I want to work with this one. Click on OK. So we have that. And the next thing is now to get to the next feature collection or class. And this is going to be, let's say, crop land. So I choose crop land. Then feature collection property is going to be class 3. Click on class 3. Then we can change the color because this is a cropland. Maybe we need to have like this color. Okay, something like that. Click on OK. Then the next one is what will be the next one? Forest. Yeah, forest. So here you type in forest. Forest is our next class. It should be a feature collection, and the property is going to be class number 4. So class 4, right? Then the forest is, we're going to use dark green, very, very dark green like that. Click on OK. Then the next one is going to be the last one. I'm just going to pick 5 classes. So you can say grassland. supposed to be grassland. Grassland is also a feature collection. Click on feature collection, and this is grassland is going to be, maybe we can do something like this one here. Okay, the property is class 5 like that. Then click on OK, and then this is how you import your training classes to Google Earth Engine. Okay, so we have built up bareland, cropland, forest, and grassland, and all of them have 0 elements. So in the next lesson, we are now going to pick the training points. Just as I was writing the code here. So we have created this. Now the next one is to create the training points. Okay, so see you in the next lesson.